Well, that was hard to watch that second half, wasn't it? Eh? I knew something was going to happen. I knew I knew about getting complacent, and letting Tottenham back into the game would be a huge mistake. We had to keep on it, and keep our mindsets, keep concentrating. And David Raya nearly spoils a day. A goalkeeper who's been brilliant all season, really and truly. Nearly spoils a day. He plays a loose ball out from the back, which gets jumped onto, and they come back 3-1. And from that moment, the game was a hard watch. I was sitting there watching that game with dread, absolute freaking dread. I thought they was going to come back and win and at least draw that game, because remember before, against West Ham and against Liverpool earlier on, in last season. Last season we was beating both them teams 2-0, and they come back and drew 2-2. I was dreading this to be a 3-3, because then, it shows that the mentality of the squad hasn't really grown since last season. But we held off, we done well, we stayed in the game. But all credit to Spurs for that comeback. All credit to them for they didn't give up, and they carried on and carried on and carried on. I believe that they're playing their high line would play into Arsenal's hands. But it did it, did it? It was their strong point in this game, and that's probably why Big Ange does it, because that's Ange's ball and that's the way he likes to play. And he suffocated us, and we could not get out of it. I couldn't name you one player in that team that deserves a man of the match award. Not one. I don't think we was on it. I don't think we was very good. I think towards the end of the first half, we was playing some decent football, but all the way through that game, we've not played any decent football. So I know we won. Happy with the 3 points. The performance, I wasn't happy with the performance against Wolves either, to be fair. And we won that 2-0, but we nearly lost it. We nearly capitulated, and we done it to ourselves. We done it to ourselves in a big game like that, North London derby. We need to be better. We need to be better if we're going to go on. If we're going to go to Old Trafford and beat Man United, we need to be better than that. But it is a derby game. There's a lot. There's a lot of. I don't know, there's a lot of other factors in derby games. It's not only about the game and the players, also the fans, the Tottenham fans. Very intimidating in that stadium today. I could hear the crowd. They was very loud, very vocal, and you know, did Tottenham deserve a draw? Do you know what? It's hard to admit it, but I think they did. But we got to march on. We've got to hope now that Man City drop points. We've got is it 3 or 4 games left? I think we've got 4 games left. No, hang on. I'm not sure. We've got 3 or 4 games left anyway, but we've got to win every game and hope Man City slip up if we're going to have any chance of winning this title. This game against Spurs was the only one in the running, like 3 games ago, I'd say, that I was worried about. But then we did lose to Villa, so I wasn't worried about the Villa game. But anyway, we managed to bounce back against Wolves and Chelsea. I wasn't worried about Chelsea at all. I'm not worried about Man United, but if we play like we did then against Man United, like we did against Spurs, even Man United might be able to beat us. You know. Daniel Randall, sorry, but I'll support Chelsea. Oh, yeah, well, Chelsea blowing hot and cold this season. You've got a player in Cole Palmer, though. You've got an absolutely generational talent in Cole Palmer. He's up there with Phil Foden and all the rest of these young English players at the moment. Saka, they're great players. He's a great player, Cole Palmer. I love him. I'd love him at Arsenal, that's for sure. Yeah, but you drew with Villa yesterday 2-2. We beat you 5-0 last week. So Chelsea, they're 30 points behind Arsenal. 30 points. I think it's 30 points. Or was it 29? I'm not sure. 29 or 30 points behind Arsenal. I never thought that would ever happen. Never in a million years. Never in a million years. But anyway, that game, look, my nails, can you see? I was biting my nails all the way through that. I was sitting I was screaming at the telly. The kids are worried. What's going on, Dad? What's the matter? Go, get out. Let me watch the game. God, but it's hard. It was hard to watch. I was looking away. I was going, oh my God, I couldn't look. The penalty, it was a penalty. Declan Rice, Well, I know he was looking at the ball, going for the ball, but the penalty he's definitely going to get a penalty for that. Which I'm surprised that Liverpool didn't get a penalty of that against when they played Man City. Dooku. This is what I mean, the inconsistency as well. These referees, Dooku, studs up like that, studs up. On McAllister in the box when they played Liverpool, Man City, and that penalty wasn't given. So, the inconsistency of the referees is there for everybody to see this season, especially this season, because it's been terrible, absolutely terrible refereeing. Mike Oliver, who refereed that game against Spurs today, actually done quite well for a change, because he's normally when Michael Oliver's refereeing games that Arsenal were involved in, I normally worry, but he had a good game. I've got to say, it was a penalty. I'm not going to dispute that. And he had a good game for a change, Michael Oliver, in an Arsenal game, that is. So, yeah, I weren't too worried about that, but I'm just so pleased to come through that game. I'm so pleased to come through it because it was a hard watch. It's a hard watch for Arsenal fans, Tottenham fans as well. It must have had some sort of hope. I mean, when you get that goal back, and then because of David Raya dickhead fucking mistake, and then you get the penalty, you think the momentum was with you. The last 20 minutes of that game, man, oh man, it was hard to watch. I couldn't look at the telly. It was hard. It was hard, man. What did anybody out there? What did you think of the game? Did you enjoy the game? Any neutrals out there? Any Tottenham fans or Arsenal fans? What did you think? Did you watch it? Did you think that Arsenal played well? Can you name a player of the match or man of the match? I can't name any. I don't think there was any standout players today. No one stood out for me. If I have to pick one, it's Spurs Romero. If I have to pick one, I'd say Spurs Romero was probably the man. I haven't seen actually who got man of the match, because I come out straight after the game to the garden to do this video. So anyone in the chat want to put their man of the match in there? Put it down there. All right, no one wants to put a man in the match down there. All right, but I'm going to go for Tottenham. Romero, he was a man in the match. I'm pleased we got through it. Hard watched it, but anyway, we go on. We march on, and we're going to try and hope and pray that Man City can slip up somewhere along the line. They've still got to go to Spurs. I think Spurs are the only team that'll have a chance of doing something against Man City. So Matthew Montgomery. Hello Matthew, how you doing, mate? Spuds haven't played for 15 days. Always going to come strong second half, but we made it hard for ourselves. We did. We've done it to ourselves. I think if Raya don't make that mistake and give Tottenham a goal back to make it 3-1, I think it's a different game. I do. It just got their tails up, Spurs, and they took control. And the mentality factor come through. We did keep our brain. We did keep our mental strength right. We did not give up either. We thought we battled and battled and battled. Spurs we kept trying to score, but we was battle hardened from that disappointment from last season, I believe. That last season that absolutely destroyed us when we capitulated during them two games against West Ham and Liverpool, after being 2-0 up in both of them, drawing 3-3 with Southampton, losing to Nottingham Forest. Do you know what I mean? Them games, that April, it was, yeah, that really destroyed us. And but our mentality in this game, I was expecting it. I said to my missus there, she said, "Oh no, they've got one back." I said, "They're going to equal. They're going to score. They're going to draw this game. It's going to be 3-3." I'm telling you. And then they get the penalties 3-2, and I think, "Oh my God, it's coming." I've like seen into the future. It's coming, and I expected it, but thank fuck it never happened. You know what I mean? Thank God, thank you Jesus is up there. The football gods ain't cursed me. I did go for a 2-1 win in my prediction in the end, but I thought I was cursed because I did say I don't like predicting these games. I don't like predicting these North London derby games because the football gods always bite me in the arse. I predicted a win. We did get the win, thank God, 3-2. It finished in the end, and it was very nail-biting, nervous finish. But anyway, I'm going to sign off and do a proper match reaction with Scott on Tuesday evening. See you later.